Good guy, too.
So 38 for Ty Morrow. He was your top qualifier in heat number 1. Was your top qualifier in heat number 2, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, for Jeremiah, I don't know what he's thinking right now, other than that was a really good tuck 360. But tuck no header 360 and then down whip. But you know what? Do what works.
I was going to say, he's probably thinking, hey, the formula worked for me in my heat. He had a 42 in heat number 2, so go out there and do what worked for you before.
But he does have the most tech combo this whole event too, and he was doing it in practice, and it's not consistent. So if I'm him, I'm leaving that alone until later on. Post a dialed run, which he's doing up to this point, and see where that puts you.
Check out the speed line here.
That gap line with a bar spin this time.
Hands on!
Yes! And a little skid effect into another guy. High five, people. This is great. This is what it's all about. Guys out there riding together, enjoying themselves.
So in the opening heats, we saw guys getting 3 runs.
Smith to manual, to feeble, back to manual, to tuck no hander off. Jeremiah's like right alongside Chad Kerley in terms of guys that ride this like a flatlander, linking hard like technical maneuvers together, like that one right there. Ending with a truck driver doing a bunch of stuff into it. And you know, they rewarded Chad Kerley for this style of riding, and they rewarded Jeremiah Smith as the top qualifier. So he keeps his front going, posts something around that 45, and you know, man, we've got us a contest.
So he's coming up on the last couple of seconds here. This run's going to be rolled together. There's that gap transfer grind again.
Yep, right there to the buzzer.
Now, a 42, that's the single highest run score that we've seen all day. So Chad Kerley with a great way to start it off. But this is the gentleman we were talking about, trying to make it 7 in a row. This is Garrett Reynolds.
Bar spin 180 to crooks to 180 out. He's looking like a different rider. I hope he keeps this going because it makes for a great event when Garrett Reynolds is on. If he gets dethroned, if you want to call it that, I want it to be where somebody has to completely earn it, where he's on and they're on just that much more. Bar spin to high speed ice pick grind. I'll say high speed a lot because it's a big deal. It's a huge deal.
That quarter pipe's about 3.5 feet.
Call that one a truck driver. Truck driver's typically a jumping trick, but it is a bar spin 360, and he went to fakie on a 3-foot wide quarter. He looks like a different guy here in the final. You know what? You win this many times, and you've got to almost play head games with yourself. Well, this could be it, Jimmy. This could be Garrett Reynolds like dynasty on the line here.
We're under 2.5 minutes and a big trip to start off.
Good 360 to Smith, up to nose man of the bar out. He keeps the run going at this level, and yeah, you're going to look at another Garrett Reynolds repeat.
Well, he needs a 46. You see that graphic right there? He needs the 46, which would be the single highest run score of the comp.
Yes, it would. But, you know, the way this run started, when Garrett gets in his zone, Garrett does stuff nobody else does. And he does it just better than anybody could even fathom doing.
Watch this, into that quarter pipe. There's that spin 360 again.
Oh, and it's just done.
That looked to be the highest one of the 3 that he's done.
It's hard not to root for the guy. I know a lot of times people want somebody who's got a streak going to get overthrown, but Garrett just does it with such style and just such personality.
He starts it off with a 30. Not a bad first run score. Though remember, the best possible single run score you can get is that 50.
You know, that kind of sets the bar for the other guys. I really thought he was going to score higher than that, but I'm basing it off of the way the prelims went. It's a whole new, fresh round. You start with the first guy and you go from there, and that's the line earlier that impressed me, Kerley. Bar catch bar, fakie, and then pops around to this crazy manual combo, and he's on.
There's another crazy manual combo right there. One of the things that he's known for. Follows it up with the 360 to flat over the rail.
Super solid run. If he keeps this going, it will be rewarded with a high score. And this is it. This is the finals. You know, this is no longer about seeding where you're going to ride. This is about who gets gold, silver, and bronze.
And that should count. That trick line started before the buzzer sounded, so
yeah,
that should count.
It counts, definitely. Yeah, you got to
fight right now.
You know, obviously these guys would all like to medal. They'd all like to.
Look at Simone with a 39. He's jumped up into the mix now too.
You drop that 30 with like a 44, and then suddenly you're looking at standing up there on the podium. this is a contest. I thought this would be tight. It's a little tighter than I even thought.
That tight is an understatement with what we're seeing right now.
It'll be interesting to see, too, because, you know, Chad Kerley is extremely technical, usually extremely consistent and dialed, but he is young, and sometimes the lack of, like, total contest experience can play into this. Right now, he's riding like a veteran. 540 to fakie off that set, that's no joke. Perfect nose manual. And when you get two super solid scores in, then you can really let loose.
And he's put together another solid run here in that nose bump bar spin and then that bar spin ice pick bar spin out.